Alright, so in less than 12 hours time, we are going to be getting the new mid-month banner, which is, for the most part, a very easy skip, but I do want to talk about it once more before it does release, in the potential chance you do decide to summon, because this banner is one of, and ironically, one of the better banners in the game. Obviously, the format itself is doing some hard carrying, and we have no idea if this format is going to be the norm going forward. One would hope so, but the format in combination with the 3 new characters overall makes the banner not too bad. But even though I'm saying that, again, I still recommend most people do skip out on this banner. For those that are wondering, though, we are going to be getting a 1000 year Blood War round 15 rerun banner. That'll be coming out in around 5 or so days. And then we're also going to get a 1000 year Blood War selection, which consists of 1000 year Blood War round 2 characters. Now, one thing I do want to mention too is that since this banner itself doesn't have an individual banner, it's actually lasting until the 30th. So the second this banner does leave is when the end of month banner is going to start. Now, we don't know what end of month is going to be, but as always, end of month is the better set of banners. It's going to consist of better characters than these 3 particular new ARRANCARs. But since the banner is here until the 30th, it means that even if you are wanting to summon on this banner, there's no harm in waiting. The banner doesn't go anywhere. On the 27th, we are going to get the end of month banner announcement. So if you see the end of month banner, you don't care about that banner and you want to go for these characters, then that's when you can do it. And that's when you can do it safely, knowing that you're not potentially wasting orbs before your potential favorite character comes out. With that said though, quickly breaking down the 3 new characters, Okura is going to be a Heart ARRANCAR Sparta with the human kill ability. He's overall a solid character for a mid-month, probably the better mid-month character in the game, maybe top 2, because he has a really good damage output thanks to his Frenzy +1, 40% Berserker, 20% more damage when you are at full stamina, an additional 40% more strong attack damage when you are at full stamina, 35% more damage to drained enemies, and keep in mind he does have an increased chance to inflict drain, and once more when you do inflict a status ailment, you then do 40% more damage to any enemy afflicted with an ailment, and that is a team buff to any fellow Heart ARRANCAR. He was also given Havoc plus 20% and also Sharpshooter, so for a mid-month character, I think he's really good. Having said that, the killer itself does bring him down a tad bit, but he might be an instant character that potentially auto IT when there are human enemies, because he also does have 50% chance to dodge human enemies. It's been a minute since we've seen dodge return in this game. I think if you're an Okura fan, this character definitely has some potential and definitely can offer some fun, enjoyable gameplay. But for the majority of the people out there, I think he's easily skippable. You don't really need him to do anything, but if you do get him, he's potentially good to have. Next up, we have Yami. He's a merely normal attack character, and a ARRANCAR Sparta with the no affiliation kill ability, mainly designed to want to be used in the melee no affiliation guild quests. His soul trait being damaged to weakened enemies plus 35% might be useful for someone like 1000 year Blood War Yamamoto, for example. But when it comes to the character, while you can take him outside of guild quests since he does have guard break, ideally you're only going to be using him in the immediate no affiliation guild quests. His damage output can be high if he is attacking enemies that are afflicted with weakening, because he has Fright +1, a 50% bruiser, 30% more melee damage in guild quests, and then 50% more kill effect in guild quests, in combination with the fact that again he has the 35% more damage to weakened enemies, and just like Okura, he also has another team party buff, this time to power attribute ARRANCARs, where you're doing 40% more damage to enemies afflicted by a status ailment. Now, weakening doesn't last too long in guild quests, keep that in mind, but if you sync up his nurturing with a soul bomb that can apply weakening, he is guaranteed to do quite a bit of damage, to be fair. Again, once more, a good character to have, especially if you are trying to tackle the melee no affiliation guild quest, but there's also other characters out there that can do his job just fine. So once more, another good character to have, but someone that's not entirely needed. And then lastly, we have Zamari, a mini strong attack character, a ARRANCAR Sparta with the Stammer to kill ability. His main usage is to be farming the attribute scrolls, mainly the medium and small power attribute scrolls, since he does have read all affiliation dodges. He comes with a 30% full stamina damage soul trait, so will at the very least be a good soul trait for any speed character, especially in guild quests. And while he himself is actually a good enough character to be used, I wouldn't really bring him into any PvE content if I'm being truthfully honest. Where he does shine though is in Arena, because in Arena he picks up Star Power Item +2 skill and additional Frenzy +1, overall taking his damage output to Frenzy +2 with a 40% Berserker, 50% more damage at full stamina, and when you do inflict a status ailment, which is Lacerate, you do 60% more damage. That, in combination with the fact that he does have long strides, he also has 2 flash steps, he's overall going to be a very fast character and a very solid arena character. If you are a Zamari fan, I'm sure there's someone out there, right, that likes him. I like Aaroniero. The main place you're going to enjoy using him is in Arena, and you want to use him in Arena. Outside of that, I guess he's good enough to be used, but again, there's just so many other better speed characters out there. And that pretty much wraps up the 3 new characters, right? Okura, just a solid character, especially against humans. Zamari, an arena character. And Yami, a guild quest character. None of them increase the amount of links or potions, droplets, super links or potions you can get, so they aren't entirely needed. And because of that, because they're not increasing any drop rates, they're competing with other speed, heart, and power characters in their attributes. And again, they're just never going to really compete with end of month characters. When it comes to the actual banner itself, you can see these following fillers. Tesla is a droplet character. Yamamoto is actually quite solid. He's also a droplet character himself, but he's actually quite good against human characters. Gin is a links farmer that can also farm droplets. Retsu is an arena and guild quest character, more so for the Espada guild quests. Okura, being one of the better characters in this banner, is a range nat character, once more mainly designed for the range Espada guild quests. And then Kaname is just a droplet character. So the fillers overall are just okay. The banner itself isn't anything super crazy. But what really makes up for this banner is, of course, the new step-up format. Now, yes, you could say this is just bait to get you to summon on a mid-month, and that's definitely true. But at least the banner itself does offer some good value per step. Step 1 and 2 are going to be discounted. Step 3 is going to be a guaranteed 5-star pull. Any of these 9 characters. You're then once more going to get more discounts, so step 4 and 5 are discounted. And at that point, step 6 is a guaranteed another featured character. Then 7 and 8 are discounted, 9 is a normal multi, and then on step 10, you're guaranteed one of the new free characters. Once you're done that, you repeat the process from 11 to 20, then you do your final 5 steps, so you are guaranteed to pick any character you want. This, as already mentioned when it first got revealed a couple of days ago, is literally the best banner format in the entire game. Dare I say, hot take, better than the 50% rates that we had all those years ago for the first anniversary. Again, I don't recommend it, but if you were to hypothetically do all 25 steps, you're walking away with 7 guaranteed 5 stars, 2 of them being banner characters, and 1 of them being a character of your choice. Honestly, a banner has never looked ever better when it comes to this format. It's really good. It definitely could be bait to make you summon on mid-month because usually they aren't really worth summoning on. Now, having said that, since step 3 does guarantee you a 5-star, if you are a new account and you're missing everyone in this banner and you literally have no characters, I would probably recommend doing 3 steps at the bare minimum. Usually, I always recommend new accounts doing the discounts. You might as well the discount that it doesn't hurt you. As a new account, ideally, you're just trying to go for new characters. But since this time around, step 3 does guarantee you a 5-star, I would say do the guarantee. It's worth the shot. Again, if you are new and you have a lot of orbs to spare. If you're a veteran, I would recommend skipping. Save your orbs so you can pity a new character, because usually I do discounts on this banner. This time, I'm not even going to summon on my main. Mainly because the 3 new characters aren't any farmers. Usually that would get me to summon at least the discounts. I don't need these 3 characters per se, and I don't really need anyone in this banner at the same time. But when you do step 3, if you do step 3, make sure you do stop there, because remember, the banner is designed to entrap you, right? In a way, there is no good stopping point. Usually in the old format, once you do the first 2 discounts, if you don't get what you want, your next 5-star is 750 orbs away. No more discounts, right? Now, once you go to step 3, you're greeted with then 2 more discounted steps. Then you have another 5-star. It's designed to make you keep going and going because there's never going to be a good stopping point. Technically, the next stopping point would be step 9, but at that point, you're only 500 orbs away from a guaranteed new character. It's really smart on Keller's behalf, but also at the same time being good value for anyone that does decide to summon on banners like this. So if you're new to the game, I recommend doing 3 steps. Don't do any more than that. If you're a veteran, keep saving your orbs so you can pity a new 1000-year Blood character, for example. And while I do actually think this banner is one of the better mid-month banners, especially when it comes to the step-up format, it's also one of the easiest skips because these characters don't offer any value in terms of links or farming. But if you are a Yami, Okura, or Zamari fan and you have to go for your favorite character, by all means go ahead. At the very least, if you are someone like that, you're greeted to a pretty good format. Hopefully you can be done by step number 10, where you get your first guaranteed banner character. Just a reminder though, again, the banner is here until the end of the month, so if anything, I would recommend waiting until the 27th before you decide to go past step 3, for example. Either way though, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.